Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we are going to start the next chapter of economics, that is your chapter number 2, People as Resource. So, children, in this chapter, we are just going to study uh, that how can a population be an asset to the economy rather than being a liability. Like if a country has more population, how can we call it an asset for the country instead of calling it a liability? First of all, what is a asset, children? Asset is something which is productive for you. Fine, and liability is something which is not giving you any profit, you can say. Fine. So how population can be profitable to the country when population becomes human capital, children? How a population can become a human capital? If we are going to invest something, what thing we are going to invest in the population? If we are going to work on the education, on the training, on the medical care of the population, we can change population into a human capital. And human capital, children, is the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in them. So whenever we are adding on with the some skills, some productive knowledge in someone, by educating that person, by training that person becomes a human capital. Now if we talk about people as a resource, we are just talking about the people who are working, the working people in the country. Fine. How they are productive, how their skills, their abilities are going to contribute in the country's progress. If you are just looking at the population in a productive manner, if you are looking at their ability to contribute in the economy of the country, uh, it means you are looking at a positive side. Fine. You are calling the people as a resource. Population is also a resource, children. It is a human resource. So if we look at the positive side, fine, we have to overlook the negative side. Instead of thinking that how a big population will be taken care of, how come the people will be given the basic amenities, that is a negative side. We have to work on how this population can be changed into a resource, can be changed into a human resource. Fine. So when the existing population is changed into human resource, it can be changed by developing it can be developed by educating more and more people, keeping the people healthy. If we are doing that, means we are it is human capital formation, and it is definitely going to add productive power to the country. It is just like physical capital formation. It was very important. As you know, physical capital is very much important. We have read it in the previous chapter also, and there also we discussed that in the factors of production, human capital is most important. If you are adding on with all the capitals, all the requirements, but human capital is not there, no other resource is going to be helpful to you. So the investment in education, training, and medical care of the human capital is going to give you returns. Just like as you are investing in in any business or something, you get returns after some time. Same way, if you are investing in the human capital, definitely you are going to get returns one day. Fine. Your see, higher incomes, earned by the people who are having higher productivity, who are more educated, who are more trained. Fine. Obviously, the productivity of the healthier people will also be more, and the educated people will also be more. If you just take example that India's green revolution, it gave a big example to you. How come? If we would not have invested in all the techniques which were required, all the things which were required, we would not be able to achieve that green revolution. So we have to invest something, we have to put some input, and then only we are going to get the output. Fine. So children, see, not only more educated or healthier people, they are going to gain higher income, the society is going to gain in an indirect way. Find more educated, more healthier people, they are going to lead a very healthy life, very good life. In fact, children, human capital is the most superior than any other. Human resource is the most superior than any other resource, like land, capital. We have discussed. If human resource can use the land and the capital, but the land and capital cannot do anything without the help of human capital. For decades, children, a large population of India was considered as a liability rather than a asset. Fine. So population, we cannot call population a liability. It can be turned into something productive. It can be turned into an asset. But the most important thing is we have to invest. We have to spend money in on education, on health, on industrial training, or any other training. Fine. Then only this population can be turned into a human resource, a human capital. Fine. Now we will just clear this concept with the help of story. Find the story of Sakal and Vilas. Now Sakal and Vilas, they are two friends. They live in the same village. They grew up together, but their scenario is totally different. Sakal was also from a poor family, but his father somehow managed to educate Sakal, and he got education in the school, and then his father took loan for the further education. He got the training and all, and ultimately Sakal came out of the vicious circle of poverty. He became a software engineer. He got a very good job, fine, in a private firm, and now he made a software. Because of that software, the company got profit, so Sakal got promotion. His lifestyle is very much advanced. On the other hand, if we will just look at Vilas' story, so Vilas also had the same circumstances, poverty and all. His father died at an early age. His mother is selling fish in the market, was selling fish in the market, and he was a patient of arthritis. He did not get a good treatment for arthritis, and ultimately he was not educated, he was not interested in studies and all, and just because of this he is also involved in the same work of selling fish. So now Sakal and Vilas, they both had the situations, but Sakal's parents, they have invested in Sakal. Fine. They have invested the money in Sakal. They have taken care of his health, and this you can see the difference in both their life. So these were the two case studies where we are clear that investment in human resource is very much important. We have to invest. Now your parents are investing in you, they are educating you, they are taking care of your health. You are asset in progress for them. They want your bright future. You are going to become an asset for your parents when you will grow up, when you will achieve your goal. Fine. So, this way, the country has to, invest in this. Like if you see example of Japan, it's a country which invested in the human resource. It does not have natural resources. Uh, Still, this country is a developed country. It's a rich country. Fine. Why? Because they had invested in the people. They took special care of the field of education and health, and ultimately, they you know they are the people are making efficient use of whatever land and capital is available to them. So this is the difference between resource, how we can make people a resource with the investing in them. Thank you and have a nice day.